practice. You'd like to start seated on the back in child's pose. Just starting our practice, allowing ourselves to arrive. Arriving to this time, this space. Anything it took to allow you to arrive, just letting that stuff be. Creating your zone. Bringing your awareness to your breath. Taking time to breathe. Whatever breath flows in, its natural breath just flows. Taking time to check in with the physical body. Noticing sensations. Noticing heaviness. Noticing surface tension. Places within the body we might be clenching or gripping, or squeezing, or holding. Bringing awareness to those spaces, more so as an observer. Just noticing. Taking time to arrive to the space between the brows. The intuitive mind. Placing your intention into this space. Intention is a focus for the mind. The mind tends to wander. We're giving the mind a dedicated focus for our practice, presence, expansion, creation, movement, flow. And attention can be a single word or a thought that lifts the vibration. Whatever it might be for you, placing that intention into this space. The intention can always tune into our physical practice, we begin to expand. Maybe this is an expansion of the breath, the belly, the ribs, chest. Maybe this becomes an expansion of our physical fingers, toes, limbs. So we're all in a slightly different spot. I'd like you to grow and expand. So we'll eventually arrive into a child's pose. Please take your time. Please feel into whatever expansion you can invite in. Taking 4, 6, maybe 8 breaths wherever you are. Then arriving into your child's pose. Your child's pose has options. Your child's pose, knees can be closer together. The knees could also separate, expanding. The big toes coming to touch. Maybe the knees separate wider than the edges of the mat as the arms extend forward. If a bend in the elbows is more comfortable or accessible, that's always an option. Otherwise, we're expanding into the arms, expanding through the spine. The forehead can release down to the mat. We'll take the forehead side to side. This is helpful to release any tension there might be behind the sinuses. Or even to expand the intuition into the space between the brows. From your child's pose, we'll walk the arms over to the right, expanding into the left side of the body. A few breaths here. Expansive inhales. Releasing exhales. We'll walk the arms through center, over to the left side of the mat, expanding into the right side of the body. Expansive inhales, releasing exhales. Take the arms back through center from here in our child's pose. We'll turn the right palm up, and we're gonna sweep the right arm underneath the left. Coming onto the right shoulder, right temple. That left arm can stay extended forward. You can take the left arm up and back, expanding into the left shoulder. Releasing that left arm, untucking the right arm. We'll turn the left palm up and we'll sweep it underneath the right arm, coming onto the left shoulder, left temple. Right arm can continue forward, or you can lift and raise. Maybe releasing the hand to the low back, expanding into the right shoulder. Release that right arm, untuck the left. From extended child's pose, we're gonna peel on up into a tabletop. With those knees widened, just guide the knees back underneath the hips for proper alignment in your tabletop. Wrists placed underneath the shoulders, fingers spread wide. Allow the hips to find some gentle movement side to side. We're going to allow circles and rotations to begin to form. They don't have to start in a particular direction, just allowing circles to rotate. Maybe out wide and around. Maybe the hips pause and hold and reverse and switch. However you'd like to just find this movement. As we meet back in tabletop, I'm gonna press into the palms, tuck the chin around the spine, hollowing out the belly. Inhale, we'll drop and release the belly, drawing the shoulders back, opening into the heart. Exhale into your cat back. Inhale for your cow pose. Just continuing moving with your breath. It's a linking of the breath with the movement. You can expand and contract. To deepen these postures, however you'd like to expand from here, that cat back, you can come up onto the tops of the feet, pressing down through the palms, really arching through the spine to deepen your cat pose. Your inhales, you can turn the toes, curl under, and really drop the belly, really guide the heart forward. Just continue with those cat-cow. And then allowing any organic movement to begin and flow. Expansion. Expanding through and beyond the four corners of the mat. Maybe a leg wants to lift up and reach back. Maybe the leg reaches out to the side. Just feeling into the body here. What does expansion feel like? Taking all the time you need, expanding the body, the breath, and meeting back in a tabletop. Making way into a down dog. We're going to take it slow, walking the hands at handprint forward, curling the toes under, lifting the knees. We're starting in a hover. We're going to continue to lift and raise the knees. We're going to find our downward dog. Expanding into your down dog. Guiding the ears next to the biceps, adjusting your base. You can always adjust your base in any posture. So we're about hip distance apart with the feet, about shoulder distance apart with the hands. Maybe decide for a slightly shorter base, more narrow, or maybe wider. Feels better in the body. You decide. From your down down dog, we'll just gaze forward, walk the feet behind the hands, forward fold. We're just going to find a forward fold near the top of the mat. Letting the head hang heavy. Maybe the arms are long and loose. Giving the head a little nod or a little shake. You can take opposite hand to opposite elbow, finding more of a ragdoll here. Maybe allow a swing from side to side. It's always okay to bend the knees, especially if you're protecting the low or mid back. We'll take another breath in. And exhale, release the elbows if you haven't already. We're going to roll on up, pressing down through the heels, finding a mountain pose. Draw the shoulders up towards the ears and down the back. Shining the palms forward. Crown of the head lifts and lengthens. From here, we'll inhale, circle, sweep, and expand the arms out wide and around, extended mountain pose. Relax the shoulders. We'll take another breath in and exhale. Side bend over to the right. Right palm plants, left arm reaches up and over. Right shoulder soft. Guiding energy down through the left heel to expand into the left side of the body. Inhale to raise the arms and exhale over to the left. Softening the left shoulder. Guiding energy down through the right heel. Expanding into the right side of the body. We'll raise the arms on an inhale. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forward. Open arm twist to the right. Hips stay neutral towards the front edge of the mat. They may turn, just be mindful. Inhale to lift the arms and exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Open arm twist to the left. Inhale, both arms high, and exhale, swan dive, hinging from the hips, leading with the heart, releasing on down on an exhale. Inhale, expand into a halfway lift. Exhale, release. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Both hands will come down. The right leg will step back, way back. We're in a low lunge. Left knee tracks over the left ankle. Guiding crown of the head forward, pressing back through the right heel. And we're going to expand into the heart space by lifting the head, drawing the shoulders slightly back, opening into heart center. Another breath in. And exhale, we'll step the left foot back, plank pose. Shoulders over the wrists, fingers spread wide. Each breath in is expansive. Each breath out releases. Breathing into your center. You're always welcome to take the knees down to the mat or stay lifted in your plank pose. 3 more breaths. Good, another full breath in. And exhale, we'll take the knees down together this first chaturanga, bending the elbows, slowly releasing. The chest and the chin down. The knuckles are gonna line up underneath the shoulders, 8-limb pose. Notice your connection points here. We've got the chin and the heart, the palms, the knees, and the toes. Cobra prep from here. We're going to slide the heels back, belly comes all the way down, knuckles still underneath the shoulders. Inhale to expand. Exhale to contract, release. And just flow with breath. Inhale, lift. exhale, release. Moving with your breath. One more inhale, we'll lift and hold the posture. Holding the posture, not the breath. Breathing into the belly, expanding into the belly. Allowing for full, complete releasing exhales. And another breath in. And exhale, we'll release on down, finding a child's pose from here. Option to expand the knees, big toes to touch. Extending your child's pose, extending arms forward. Or maybe you take a reverse namaste. The elbows could come to the mat, the palms could come together. Forehead releases down to the mat, and resting the palms on the neck. Into tabletop and then downward facing dog. Just adjusting the knees. Your down dog, your base, your foundation. From down dog, we'll take a deep full breath in and a full breath out. Gazing forward, stepping the feet behind the hands, forward fold, flowing with breath. We're going to open up the arms to a T. Inhale, expand, up, out, wide and around. Exhale, hands together, down through heart center. Inhale, reach, lift, lengthen. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, both arms through center. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, both arms high. Exhale, release, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale to expand. Exhale to release. Two more, inhale. And exhale. One more, inhale. And exhale, both hands placed down, left leg steps back, low lunge, right knee over right ankle this time. We're framing the right foot, pressing back through the left heel. Crown of the head lengthens forward. Expand into the heart space as you're ready, lifting the crown, drawing the shoulders slightly back. Heart opens. Good. Right foot steps back to meet the left plank pose. 3 full breaths here in your plank. Your chaturanga, you could release the knees, take baby cobra, cobra, or up dog. If you're staying lifted, coming forward on the toes. Bending the elbows, coming halfway down, flipping the feet, pressing into the palms, lifting the heart, drawing the shoulders back for your up dog. Maybe taking a gaze towards the right shoulder. Back through center. Over the left shoulder. Back through center. Curling the toes under, downward facing dog. You're always welcome to find child's pose. We'll take a few breaths here in your down dog. Resetting, releasing. Whatever you need here in your downward facing dog. As you're ready, from here on an inhale, you're going to lift and raise the right leg, bend the right knee, open up through that right side. So just taking a moment here to find movement in that right heel, or find circles or rotations in through that right knee. Good. Inhale to raise the right leg, exhale, stepping the right foot forward. We're setting up for warrior one. Back heel swivels down. Each leg has its own lane. You can start with hands on the hips, just to get the posturing right here. The hips should be level towards the short edge of the mat. A lot of times, if that base is too narrow, you can open that base up by heel toeing the right foot out. You're giving your hips more space. Good. So from the hips, we stay in line with the shoulders, raising the arms up. There's a slight bend to the upper back. The heart is nice and open. We keep a nice bend over that right ankle. Releasing the hands together behind the back, chest expansion. We're going to draw the shoulder blades together, opening into the heart space, lifting the chin, the gaze. Inhales, expand. Exhales, release. We're going to take another breath in. And exhale, humble warrior. Hinging from the hips, leading with the heart. Hands may stay together on the back. That right shoulder might graze or rest on top of the right knee. You can lift the arms up and away as the head hangs heavy. One more breath in. And exhale, let the hands come down the back. Frame that right foot. We're going to step that left leg back. Find a low lunge. This is your transition. Right foot steps back, plank pose. Flow through your vinyasa. Knees can be up or down. You can choose baby cobra, cobra, or up dog. Add or subtract. Meeting back in your downward facing dog. Deep breath in, full breath out. Maybe one more of those. Good. Well, inhale and lift the left leg, bend the left knee, open up through that left side, circling the foot, or bending at the knee and drawing circles to really warm and open into that left side. Inhale, lift, exhale, warrior one. Starts with the base. Want a wide enough base for the hips. We want the hips forward towards the short edge of the mat. Using all four corners of both feet, including the pinky toe edge side of that right foot here. The hips are in line with the shoulders. We can lift and raise. Slight bend to the upper back. Shoulders relax. Bend into that left knee. Take a breath in. And exhale, chest expansion. Interlacing the fingers, guiding shoulders together, opening into the heart, lifting the gaze. To expand. Exhale, releasing humble warrior. That left shoulder might release or graze inside of that left knee. The head hangs. Arms can stay together on the low back, or you can lift the arms out and away. We're not hanging out of the head can just be let loose. Breath in. And exhale, hands come to frame that left foot. Step the right leg back. Low lunge. Left foot steps back. Plank pose. Flow through your vinyasa. You choose your flow. subtracting, leaning back in your downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. One more. From your down dog, we'll inhale, raise the right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, warrior one. We're gonna shorten the base. So we're gonna go a little bit shorter between the heels. Coming up with hands on the hips, we're gonna straighten through that front leg. We're setting up for pyramid pose. So our base is just slightly shortened from the previous warrior one. Hips are the same direction. Good. Inhale to prepare. And exhale, folding from the hips, folding with a flat back. At any point here, you can release the hands from the hips to frame the right foot. Our inhales expand, and our exhales release, allowing us to fold more deeply over that front leg. It's a forehead to knee connection, or at least energetically. That may not be accessible here this evening. But we're letting go of the head. We're breathing into the sensations. Our inhales continue to be expansive, and our exhales continue to release more deeply. Moving into a standing split from here. We're going to bend into that right knee, just a micro bend, starting to lift and launch that left leg up and back any amount. You can continue to frame that right foot, or maybe one arm begins to work itself behind the calf, or maybe both arms working on balancing, diving the chest deeper towards that knee or that shin. Or the hand staying on the mat, you can fold more deeply over that straightened leg as you lift the left leg up and back. Good. Staying in your split as long as you'd like. We're releasing into a forward fold, stepping the left foot next to the right. Maybe bringing a little bend into the knees here, or find a rag doll, or any way to release out of that previous pose. And from here, we're gonna drop the hips down towards the heels. We're gonna reach the arms back, airplane arms. Staying in your squat, keeping the hips low, and then finding chair pose. Arms reach up overhead. We're relaxing the shoulders. There is an expansiveness into the heart space and a gentle contraction of the navel towards the spine with those exhales. That intention you placed in the mind's eye. Hands can come to heart center. Slowly forward fold, release, let go. Release both hands down, step forward, lightly hop the feet back into your plank pose. Moving through your vinyasa, your chaturanga, all the options.
inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, that warrior one with a slightly shortened face. You just draw that right heel in closer towards the left. And we'll raise up your hands on the hips, just to keep those hips neutral. Inhale to prepare. And exhale, leading with the heart. You can release hands to the mat whenever you're ready. Inhale, finding space. And exhale, sink, fold, and release. The breath is just a game of expansion and contraction. Expanding to create space, releasing to let go. Standing split. When you're ready, we're going to bring a bend into that left knee, starting to lift that right leg up and out any amount. You can keep the hands framing that left foot. Or you could work on a balancing option here. Maybe one arm behind the calf. Maybe both as you draw the heart towards the knee or the shin, or forehead towards knee or shin. That right foot's going to release next to the left, forward fold. I'm going to go deeper here in this forward fold. You've got a couple options. You can bend the knees slightly, bringing the hands together behind the thighs, drawing the forehead towards the shins. Maybe you prefer a big toe hold. You can create peace fingers and just toe hold the big toe. Inhale is expanding, exhale is contracting. You could move into gorilla if you prefer. That's just sliding the palms underneath the feet. So the toes are into the wrist creases. That could be a deeper option. Wherever you choose to be, just finding release. You're going to let go of that fold from wherever you are. We'll take the hands down to the mat, step or hop back into your plank pose, and move through your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. We'll inhale and raise the right leg. Exhale, step the right foot on the outside of the right hand, lizard pose. Lizard pose is both arms on the inside of that right leg. Bend in that right knee. You could stay right here. This could be plenty of a stretch, also known as runner stretch. But we'll go deeper if you would like to just work in progression here, maybe releasing that left knee, untucking the left toes. Could be plenty enough here. Or you can walk that right foot forward. Maybe turn the right toes out a 45-degree angle, or that pinky toe side of that right foot. You could work down to one forearm, maybe both. We let go of the head. And just allowing for that deep hip opener in stillness, or exploring if you've got little movements to explore in through the hip space. You can certainly tune into that. Whatever comes to surface, acknowledging with compassion as we're really working deeply, deeply into the layers and the tissues. Option to move into pigeon. So we're just going to take the sole of the right foot onto the mat, bring the right hand on the outside of the leg, take the right foot all the way over to the left, bringing the knee down, sending that left leg back. If the heel comes closer towards the left hip, that is very normal. In fact, if it doesn't, I'd be interested. So we're keeping hips neutral again. The hips have been in the same position for warrior one, the open arm twists. You want to keep them nice and level. You can stay lifted and upright in your pigeon pose. Or you can find half pigeon by walking forward, coming down onto the forearms, maybe stacked forearms or fists. You want to really rest the forehead or the entire head. Pose is more of an inner hip action stretch, whereas pigeon pose, you may notice, is the outer hip. So we're definitely working into the deep layers of the hips, using the breath to guide the mind, the energy throughout the body. If you notice places of stickiness or stuckness, just breathing there, breathing through it. Staying in your pigeon, half pigeon as long as you'd like. If you'd like to work into a hip flexor or glute stretch, coming back into pigeon, placing the right hand just to the inside of the right knee. We're going to reach the left arm back, bend the left knee, reach for the top of the left foot. We're just guiding it towards the body. Find down dog, just pressing that right leg back. You might like to pedal it out here. If you'd like to add a vinyasa flow, if you're feeling like the 10-1, go for it. Otherwise, we'll spend a few extra breaths in down dog. Lizard prep. This side might be asking for something a little different. Or maybe it's just exploring in the same way, releasing the right knee, untucking the right toes. That left foot could walk up towards the front left corner. Maybe the foot turns out 45 degrees. Or you come onto that pinky toe edge side as you work yourself down to forearms, one or both. Letting go of the head. Just being there with your breath. If you've gone too deep, you can pull back at any time. If you want to explore deeper, just use the breath as a tool in sensitive areas. From pigeon, from lizard, we're gonna slowly move into pigeon. The left arm just travel on the outside of the left leg. Heel toeing that left foot to the right side of the mat, releasing the left knee down. The ankle may come closer towards that right heel. We're just setting it up, drawing that right leg further back. Hips are, again, neutral and forward. So slight bend in the upper back here, opening into the heart. We'll inhale. Staying lifted or releasing and contracting into your half pigeon. You can fold the arms, stack fists, or just rest the chest or forehead. Honoring what comes to the surface. If you'd like to spend more time there, and if you're interested in that hip flexor quad stretch, place the left hand to the inside of that left knee, reaching the right arm back, bending at the knee, drawing the foot towards the back of the body. Release that right foot, step the left leg back, spending time in that down dog, or one more flow, you've got it. If not, we're working our way down, we're cooling down. From down dog, you're gonna let the knees come down to the mat, send the feet forward, bending at the knees. Soles of the feet on the mat. We're going to just reach the arms forward and let the spine roll on back, just vertebrae by vertebrae. We're working the core on the way down, and working the core the entire class. We'll reach the arms overhead, stretch and expand the legs. Allow the head to turn side to side. Bend the knees, bringing the soles of the feet back into the mat, separating the feet to the edges of the mat, opening arms out from the shoulders, and we're just swaying knees side to side, releasing through the low back. Releasing over to either side, letting them rest and hold. Taking the gaze down the opposite arm, just breathing into this spinal twist. Turning head back, guiding knees through center and letting them just fall and release to the opposite side. Taking the gaze down the opposite arm. Turn the head back to center, guiding the knees back to center. Maybe they sway a couple more times. We'll pick the knees up, draw them towards the chest. Any version of happy baby here. Happy baby, you don't have to place the feet into the hands. That's just one option. You can hang on to the ankles, even the calves and shins, even the backs of the thighs. So happy baby is meant to cool and release, releasing the low back, mid back, sides of the body. So sometimes feet in the hands isn't going to release the area that you need released, like a self-massage to the back. Just changing the grip to allow for that deep release. Traditionally, happy baby, you anchor the entire spine down into the mat, including that very tip of the tailbone. So when you have the feet in the hands, typically you can't get that tailbone down. So just something to consider when you make your adjustments for your body. From your happy baby, you can allow for any final posture before Shavasana, before deep relaxation. Allowing yourself to tune in. Your Shavasana, your place of rest, the posture where all of the benefits of this practice sink into all of yourselves. Traditional Shavasana, taking up as much space, even more, on the mat, separating legs, opening up the arms, relaxing the shoulders, dropping the jaw. Begin Shavasana with releasing the breath. Deep, full inhales through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. 2 more. Letting go of all of the muscles in the face. Relaxing the jaw, unclenching, releasing, ungripping. Letting the tongue just fall from the roof of the mouth, opening up all 4 corners of the throat. Softening, relaxing the shoulders. Letting the arms be completely heavy. Letting the spine release into the mat. Giving the hips permission to surrender. letting the legs sink heavy. Letting go of the feet, toes. Like melting honey. Body just releases. Melting honey expands. Bringing energy back into the breath. Expanding the breath through the body. Expanding energy through the body. Expanding arms, legs into a full body stretch. Turning the body to either side of the mat, resting in your fetal pose. Knees bend, chin tucks, resting the head on the upper arm. Pressing into a seat, expanding, taking this energy with you. And place the hands together at the heart center, bowing the head. Thank you for sharing this expansive energy. Your love, your light, may all beings be happy, healthy, and strong. Namaste.